Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you a small vlog, and in that I'm planning to show you a Mexican tres leche cake, and it is also very famous in Latin America. So let's get into the video and see what it is and how to make and what I am going to show you in the vlog.
To start with, take 2 eggs and separate white and yellow into separate bowls. The eggs that we use here should be of room temperature and not taken directly from the fridge. Here I am carefully separating egg white and yellow, and I am transferring this yellow to the other bowl. Likewise, separate the other egg also and take the yellow into a separate bowl. Now beat the egg whites with a hand blender until stiff peaks are formed. Do not overbeat these egg whites. Stop whisking after the stiff peaks are formed like this. Now whisk the separated yellows in a mixing bowl like this. After whisking for about 2 to 3 minutes, now add 3/4 cup of sugar substitute. Here I added Netvia. Now add half a cup of oil to this and whisk continuously. Whisk the egg yolks, sugar substitute and oil until everything combines well. After 2 to 3 minutes of continuous whisking, all our wet ingredients are mixed well. So, take a sieve and add 1/4 cup of wheat flour, 2 spoons of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Now sieve all the dry ingredients into wet ingredients like this. This sieving helps in aeration and makes the cake fluffy. After sieving half of the flour, give it a good mix and then start sieving. A whole wheat flour we used here is rich in vitamins along with riboflavin and folate. It has more iron, calcium and other nutrients than the white flour. When you are eating a low calorie diet, it is important that calories you are consuming are loaded with as many nutrients as possible. And also, we substituted refined sugar with a sugar substitute. You may use any sugar substitute according to your taste. Here I am saving the second batch of wheat flour into this. Now take half cup of warm milk and add half of it to this batter and give it a good mix. Now add the remaining milk and mix. This process of adding flour and milk in batches helps in avoiding the formation of lumps. Adjust the milk based on the consistency of the batter because sometimes we may need little more amount of milk depending upon the wheat flour that we are using in this. And the consistency of the batter should always be like this, not too thick or not too thin. Now add a spoon of vanilla extract and give it a good mix until it incorporates into the batter. Now transfer half of the egg whites that we whisked and give a gentle mix, just like cut and fold. Do not overmix the batter after adding the egg whites because overmixing destroys the aeration that we are trying to create using the egg whites. So always fold and cut the batter after adding egg whites. Here our batter is ready, and now I am taking out 2 scoops of this batter into a separate bowl and transferring the remaining batter into the cake tin that is lined with butter paper. Now tap the cake tin 2 to 3 times to avoid air bubbles and transfer to the oven that is preheated at 350 Fahrenheit and bake for 25 minutes. This baking time may differ from oven to oven, so check after 25 minutes. Here I melted dark chocolate and I am mixing with the batter that is separated to a small bowl. After mixing this cake batter with the dark chocolate, now I am transferring this batter into the muffin tray like this. Now transfer this muffin tray into the oven along with the cake and bake these muffins also. After 10 to 12 minutes our muffins are baked perfectly, and here the clear knife comes out. After 30 minutes our cake is also baked well. Here it took me around 30 minutes for me to bake this cake properly. Now remove the cake and allow it to cool on the cooling rack like this. After 10 to 15 minutes our cake is cooled properly. So now flip the cake and remove the butter paper. Now place the cake on the fresh butter paper and again transfer the cake to the cake tin along with the butter paper. With the help of the fork, prick the entire cake like this. Now take 1/3 cup of evaporated milk, 1/3 cup of full fat milk and 1/4 cup of condensed milk, and give it a good mix until all the three milks combine well. Now heat this milk and bring it to a boil by stirring it continuously and switch off the flame. Now pour this warm milk on the pricked cake like this. Here our cake absorbs all the milk that is poured over it. Now cover this cake and allow it to sit in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 hours. Now to prepare our frosting, I kept this bowl and the blades of the hand blender in the freezer for 2 hours. Now add 1 cup of whipping cream to this freezed bowl and whisk with the hand blender. Continue whisking for about 8 to 10 minutes until stiff peaks are formed. And these peaks should be very stiff like this, and it should not fall down. Now add 2 spoons of sugar substitute to this whipping cream and mix it thoroughly. Now add a spoon of vanilla extract and give it a good mix. After 4 hours, take the cake out of the freezer and transfer to a tray, and then unfold the paper. Then start decorating with the frosting. Here I am spreading this whipping cream just on the top of the cake, but not the entire cake, as we already soaked this cake in 3 different milks. Now our cake with the frosting is ready. Here I am making roses with this whipping cream on the butter paper like this. Pile up little amount of whipping cream at the center. With this fine tip I am making the florets. Handle this flower very carefully because we are using whipping cream and this cream is very soft. So yeah, now with this we are done with the rose, and now transfer this flower along with the butter paper and keep it aside. Using this tip I am trying to decorate the border of the cake like this. Here I am trimming the muffins like this to get the perfect shape for the graduation cap base. Here I am trying to decorate this cake with the graduation cap theme. So I kept this muffins as the base of the cap, and then the chocolate, I have cut the chocolate into 2 pieces and I am trying to attach this as the top of the cap. Here I took the slice of the cheese and slicing it to make tassels, and I am making tassels with this cheese because I want everything to be edible. So here I kept the cheese dazzle on top of the cap, and I'm topping this with the choco chip and decorating like this to give a perfect look of the graduation cap. Finally our cake is ready, and I have written with the chocolate melt, and now I'm planning to transfer the roses that I made with the whipping cream onto this cake. For that I kept a little amount of the whipping cream on this as a base, and now I'm transferring this slowly and carefully with the knife onto the cake. Be very gentle while transferring this, otherwise you may spoil the entire rose. Finally here I'm transferring the second rose also onto the second corner of the cake like this. So friends, here our spongy Mexican tres leches cake soaked in 3 milks is ready with healthy substitutions to the original one. I made this as a graduation gift to my kids graduating elementary school and middle school today. Here I'm also sharing few pics of a small party kind of that mommy arranged as an appreciation for graduating and how kids enjoyed the small party. So friends, please try this tres leches cake and do comment how it turned out. And if you like my recipes, please subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more healthy and interesting recipes. This is Rupa signing off for today, and see you in the next video. Thank you.